All right, so we are back. We have two local favorites, including Rick Scarlatlo. Nickname is Rick Scarlatlo. He is one of the main two people, him and Lloyd Billiard, who put on the Hill Productions. He is playing Kevin West. Kevin is a fear in every tournament, no matter what. No, I don't care if it's 9-ball, 8-ball, 10-ball, big table, little table. It is never going to be a shock to see him in the Final Four. So right now it is 0-0. And Kevin does have ball in hand. I wouldn't be surprised right now if Kevin does try and 3-foul Rick. He can put the cue ball directly behind the 10 ball, play the 2 off the 9, and try and put the 2 down near the corner. Or if he can get it right past the 9 ball. Actually, ooh. He's not necessarily going to be upset, but not extremely happy with that shot. He did give Rick a ball to shoot at. Yes, Michael Adams. It's very important every once in a while to check the weather. Got to make sure it's still there. So Rick's going to jump this ball. I think he has just enough room to get over. There it is. That's going to be a good hit. And while it is a good hit, it's not going to leave him very happy. Kevin's just going to spin this 2 ball a little bit, come in between where the 9 and 8 are. Okay. All right. And I'm rejoined now by the man, the myth, the legend, Jake Lawson.
I never get tired of that.
And Kevin just goes ahead and makes it 2. Always, I like rolling this 3 a little bit. Some people like just playing a stop shot, and Kevin is one of those who just likes playing a stop, giving himself a good angle. He doesn't have to draw out on this 4. Just put a little top right on this, come straight up the table. He's going to be able to shoot the 5 in the corner. Not necessarily play a stop shot, but he's going to leave himself a little bit of an angle in the 7 to come out. There you go. And with this, he's just going to hit it with low left. He's going to try and come between where the 8 and the 9 are. That's going to be perfect. He's going to draw this ball back just a little bit, play the 9 in the side.
Can you order this for me? Okay.
Thank you. He's going to put the 9 in the side. And he has 2 options. He can go forward with this. He can draw it back a little bit. He's going to have the same shot either way. He's going to go forward. And now he's going to have the 10 in the corner. All right, and that is going to make it 1-0, Kevin.
And of course, both of these boys, Rick and Kevin, are local here. Two of the top players, around this area. Of course, Kevin just coming off a pretty good tournament out at Turning Stone, finishing 9th through 12th out there. So congrats to him. And even though Rick is the director and puts on the tournaments here, he's a great player in his own right.
All right. So it is Kevin to break up 1-0. All right, so Rick does have an open table here. Kevin broke dry. The only issue you could have here is if you hit this 4-ball a little too thin. You want to hit it really thick so the 3-ball stays there. Just roll it up on it. Ooh. Yeah. Now Rick can still cut this 3-ball in. He doesn't really have to worry about shape. The 3-ball is in the middle of the table. The 5-ball is in the middle of the table. So he just has to spin this ball in. And that's a good shot and look. Perfect in line for the 5.
That really was a great shot.
Yes. Yes, we are working on the stream, Don and Mark. It is not our equipment. It is the house Wi-Fi and internet selection. So we are trying to get that worked on right now. So all Rick has to do here is when he shoots his 7-ball, just put a little bit of left on it. You don't want to get dead straight on the 8, but even if you do, you're not going to be in that much trouble. You just want to spin it a little bit, still give yourself an angle so that when you play the 8, you can come off the rail.
Oh, that was probably a little bit more straighter than he wanted.
Yeah, that is not going to be an angle he's going to be happy with, but he can still punch this ball in. And be able to come out middle table for the 9. Oh, wow. He tried to follow it up. He just threw it just a little too much.
Yeah, he really didn't need all that.
No.
Because he could have just put a little, like a little straw stun stroke on it, go onto the rail, and as long as he was off the rail a little bit, he'd have been okay with the 9.
Yeah.
He just tried to get too cute with it.
And due to that misfortune, Kevin is going to be up 2-0. It is going to be Rick's break.
Now, Rick has been working on his 10-ball break as of lately.
Yes, I've been putting a lot of work in just on the break. Breaking, re-racking, breaking, re-racking.
So we'll see if Rick can get a good break here. No.
Well, other than that scratch, I mean, he did get a very good spread on the balls. Cue ball just happened to hop right in that side pocket. I can't tell if... All right. Wasn't sure if he was playing safe or that 1-ball went, and that 1-ball did go. So that clears out all trouble balls for Kevin.
Yeah, it's a good shot by Kevin, too. He's got a real nice angle here to just come into the bottom rail back up through the middle of the table to get to the 3.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
All right, so
So are you done?
For the day, probably have another beer and hang out, and then try and get a good night's sleep.
Chris Wilburn, Jay Halbrook, table 11. Chris Wilburn, Jay Halbrook, table 11.
It's too quiet, man. There's no city noise. I was like, I had to put the radio on.
We usually don't stay here real late Saturday. Just do winter side matches. Then when everything catches up, then
That's awesome. I caught gear and moved my way through the next 3 rounds. I was like,
that's great, man.
all right, so Kevin's making quick work of this. Just gonna roll this 8-ball in. Seemed to be a little worried about something. I couldn't really tell what that was. I'm just gonna roll this 8-ball in. He'll have the 9 on the side, and he'll be able to have 2 options. He could just draw this ball back. I personally like to, just stun it back a little bit, and you still have the 10 straight in the corner. And it's going to be him up 3-0.
Yeah, Rick's probably eating himself up there about the missed opportunity there he had.
Yeah, I mean, he missed the ball, and then he scratched on the break.
Yeah, because of that, he's giving 2 racks away. So. We'll see how Kevin West breaks the 10-ball rack here. Everybody's been on TV table so far. Been a little bit different.
You got an echo.
The stream can't hear that. The stream doesn't hear it.
Okay. All right, so Kevin does have a pretty good break. He does break dry, though. I'm going to leave you guys just for a quick second. I'll be right back.
All right. So that's obviously not what Rick wanted to do there. He was trying to play safe and leave Kevin right behind the 3-ball, but he actually made the 1-ball. So, according to these rules, if you make a ball illegally, it's a player's option. And, of course, Kevin is going to give that back to Rick.
Brian Rose, Dylan Spoor, table 8. Brian Rose, Dylan Spoor, table 8.
So little options here for Rick. He's going to have to try to kick at this. So I can't tell from here if he's going to try to go 2 rails into this 2-ball. Looks like a Z kick. That's what he tried to do.
Hit that second rail kind of hard.
And very unfortunate here because leaves a 10-ball in the pocket and 2-10 combo for Kevin. So Rick just concedes the rack. So Kevin's going to go up 4-0. And a race to 7. It's still a winner side match. We've already had a couple upsets here today, with Dylan Spoor beating Karen Core. I don't know if it's really an upset, but Fingers, Michael Baz-Stubner beat Steve Fleming. And I just heard Chris Wilburn beat George Rodriguez.
How old is Dylan?
I think he's around 15.
Wow.
So he's, he just played Earl. He lost here on the TV table match to Earl. He did have some opportunities. Obviously, Earl's a tough match for anybody, especially a 15-year-old kid. But he did keep himself composed and just couldn't capitalize on some of the mistakes when Earl led him in the match. And of course, I was just talking to Del Sim down from New York. Obviously, you saw his match on the TV table. That was the first match of the day. He had a rough start. Very rough start in his match. He was able to come back on John Moody Sr., win Hill, and then he goes on and rattles off his next couple wins, so he's in the final 16. So he'll be back. He's done for the day. He'll be back tomorrow. So another New York native. I say native because that's where he's at now, but originally he's from Scotland, I think. So Kevin West elects to push here off the break. Leaves Rick all the way down on the rail. Rick can see the one. He tried to fire it in. He ends up missing. Kevin's still going to be seeing the 1 ball. 2 and the 3 are tied up down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the rail.
I'll be right back.
All right, we back.
Per hour per player. So it just depends on how many players you have. If it's 625 for one player, you need 10 something for 2, 12, and then 14.
It's kind of a tricky layout here.
He played it pretty good, though. Oh, maybe not. It rolled down just a little bit too far. And I think Rick can see this. Maybe the 4 has got him just a little bit. Problem is even if even if Rick, just spins it a little bit around this 4 ball and ends up making the 1, the 2 and 3 are still tied up. So he's going to have to see it, still play safe. He got good getting out of there. He almost got really good on it. All right, that was a good shot there by Kevin. Pockets the 3 ball, but now he doesn't leave himself a great shot here. 1-2. You can see a little bit of the edge.
All right. What do you like to do here?
He's probably,
Okay, he can see the edge of that too.
yeah, you can see the edge of it, so he probably will nip it.
There we go. I didn't realize he could see the edge. That
Yeah.
didn't turn out at all what he was looking
No.
for, but
I almost liked it if he had nipped it with a little spin and came off the side rail here and let the cue ball come back over, like towards the 5. Then he's got the 8 as a blocker. So I'm not really sure what he was thinking by coming across it like that, because you knew the path of the cue ball was going to come down.
Is waiting at table 8. Dylan Spohr, table 8. Steve Fleming, James Aranis, table 7. Steve Fleming, James Aranis, table 7. Tom Helmstetter, Raymart Lim, table 10. Tom Helmstetter, Raymart Lim, table 10.
Good shot by Rick. Makes the 2 ball, draws back, breaks the 10 ball off the 4. So now he's got a nice little angle here. He's got to be careful. That's what he's got to be careful of. Wow.
narrowly escaped.
Yeah, he just got away from that one. So, I mean, now he's basically doing the same thing here. He's come across the 5. He should probably spin this down to the. Well, that's what he did. He spun it to the side rail, right past the 8. But he's doing some work here, because now he's got to get on the 7 ball. So if he can slide this over like that.
Wow, that was perfect.
Yeah, that'd be perfect. So he's still got work to do here. He could just drift, just roll down a little bit here after the 7, play the 8 in the side. Make sure he gets below the 8. Which I don't, it's hard to tell. He may have gotten straight here. Because ideally he'd like to get up top the table for the 9 to shoot it in the side. So let's see if he can get up there. Looks like maybe he's got an angle the way he's cueing. No, he doesn't. So because of the way he was left on the 8, now he is. I mean, he's going to have to just draw this straight back because he's not going to be able to use that rail because of the pockets there. So you're going to have to hit it crisp and come down. That's what he did. Great shot.
And yeah, he's stroking him real nice.
Yeah, that was pure stroke shot there. Yeah, Rick gets on the board there. So he'll get one. Kevin still leads in this match, 3-1.
It was almost a dry break, and that 2 got kicked into the right-hand side pocket there.
Yeah, but he's all the way up table now.
Long on the 1 ball, and I can't tell if he can see the edge or not.
This is such a tough shot from here. I mean, if he can see the very edge of it and he can shoot the ball really straight, you know, he should be able to cut it and come back up into the middle of the table, almost to the top, so he can play the 3 in the side pocket. He couldn't see it. Now watch out now. Oh, he scratches.
Oh, boy.
So a little error there by Kevin West. And now let's see what Rick's going to do. So he's got to get position on the 3 ball. Because he doesn't want to play the combo on the 5, so it looks like he's just going to roll up so he can play the 3 in the side. But now he's got to get past the 5 to get to the 4. So he's going to have to draw this back probably. There you go. He certainly is making it hard for himself out there. Oh, you can't reach that. So he's going to have to use a bridge, and he's going to have to hit this with just a tad inside so that he comes up. So this is good. He's got a nice little angle on the 5. Just put a nice little punch shot on this. Go to the rail and back off. That way he can play the 6 in the side pocket. And then whichever way he likes this, really, he's going to look for the best way to cue it. So he knows if he rolls just a little bit forward, he'll be between the 8. He'll be between the 9 and the 10, and still have an angle to come off the rail and get on the 8 ball. So nothing crazy here. Just make sure you get off and back into the middle, which he did. This is what I like to call downhill pull right now, because all he's got to do is just make this 8 ball. He can come right off the rail, the 9 on the side. Or you can just draw it back like you did. Get a lot less angle. So right here, you just draw it back as well. This would be like a little slide draw. You hit the 9, let the cue slide a little bit. Yep, and play the 10 in the same pocket. So Kevin gives him that one. So now Rick's back in it. It's 3-2. Favor of Kevin West. And Rick will be breaking. So he's got to figure out this break on this table, and he's got to figure it out quick. Because you can see that he's already scratched before. His last break was tailing towards the side pocket. Luckily, it didn't go in. So he may need to adjust the speed a little bit. So he misses the 4-railer on the 3. So he breaks dry again. And you see how he's coming in from the side, and that cue ball is just going right towards the side pocket. He's lucky this time because he hit just above it.
Jorge Rodriguez, Daniel Jarquin, table 14. Jorge Rodriguez, Daniel Jarquin, table 14.
I didn't see it at first. I was like, I saw it was short. And I'm like, wait a minute. Something's different about the and I'm like, oh, the tips are gone. Yes.
And it started.
Yeah, right. It's good though. I like it.
Yeah, thanks,
I wish
man.
I had enough to switch it up.
I appreciate that. I mean, you can do something, you know.
Like a straight line in the middle.
Oh my God.
Like a marker line. But I'll be back.
All right, man.
Just saying bye to Mr. Wilkie there. He's done for the day. He'll be in the top 16, so he'll be back tomorrow to play Casper on the winner's side match. James Blackburn still on the winner's side. He's in the final 16. Del Sim, final 16. So lots of people having a good showing here at Maryland State. Oh, and look at this. Kevin misses the 1 ball. He gets away with it almost.
Well, it obviously didn't go the way he wanted it to, but this 2 ball is still tough.
Yeah, and I mean, that's why they don't mind right now. I mean, they're just, you know, they're hitting around the 1 until they can get in a position to get on this 2. So we'll see what Kevin does.
Matt Haynes, Jim
Look at this. He breaks it out. Oh, no. That little bump didn't help him there. Got some more player updates. As I was just saying, James Blackburn, he makes it to day 2 tomorrow. Top 16. He beats Daniel Jarquin 7-4. And Matt Craw advances on. He beats Andrew 2, 7-1. Great shot by Kevin. Comes all the way back up to put the 4 in the only pocket it wants to go in, and that's all the way down. He'd like to have been off the rail probably a little bit more in this situation.
Jorge Rodriguez, your opponent's waiting on table 14. Jorge Rodriguez, table 14. Please stand up.
That was a great shot.
Matt Haynes, Jim Ward, table 12. Matt
No,
Haynes,
look at
Jim
that.
Ward,
Oh,
table
man, I
12.
did not see that coming.
So Rick is just taking a look at the 8-ball. Make sure that if he can roll up to a certain spot that he can go ahead and get the 8-ball out of there.
Robert Pohl, Gilbert Lim, table 6. Robert Pohl, Gilbert Lim, table 6.
So he can actually just punch this out to the side if he wants. But he wants to draw back, so either one works here. And then he'll just go forward. A little high right, so it comes into the rail. Oh, he's got to be careful of the speed here. He's perfect. He says, I'm getting real close to this. I'm not taking any chances. And Rick won't go away. He says, I'm here. I'm ready to play. It's 4-3. Let's go.
We can call him Rick Scar little by little.
Yeah. Scar little by little. Fights his way back. Tony Manning, I think, gave him that nickname. So now we always joke around with him about it, so it's fitting. Well, big break by Kevin. Makes 2 balls. Everything is wide open. And he's got a shot on the 1. Kevin's definitely a favorite to run this particular rack out from here.
Thomas Haas, Rob Court, table 4. Thomas Haas, Rob Court, table 4.
So he'll hit a little low here and come to the center of the rail and come right by the 8. So now he's really, really primed to run this out. He just come about halfway down the table, and he can play the 5 in the corner. You can see him trying to line it up. He's got a slight angle on the 3. Which will lend for him to get in the perfect position for this 5 ball. Might be grabbing his extension. Kevin West is a chicken farmer, of all things. He's got the 30-inch extension on the back of his cue. Wow.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, am I crazy or does that look way long?
He looks like he's about to go jousting.
Well, at least he can reach it.
Yeah. Whoa. Now it's got to go. So he gets on the other side of it. So hopefully it goes by the 10, which it looks like it does.
Oh, yeah.
So if he wants to, he can just draw this back to the rail, play the 6 all the way up, or he can punch it out, which he did,
I took my daughter
to play the 6 on the side. Just got to cut it in. Nothing fancy here. He doesn't want to be particularly straight on the 7 ball, but it looks like he'll be able to draw. Should be like a little slide draw here. If he can bring this back down in the middle of the table. Get there. He's okay.
Yeah, it'll be easy.
Yeah, now you're looking. Now you're going to look at a 3 rails after it cuts the 8 here. 1, 2, 3. Back into position on the 10. And Rick concedes that game. So Kevin goes up 5-3. Last little kiss by the 7 makes the 6 ball. And it looks like he's got a shot on the 1 as well. So, the way the balls are set up, Rick can, if he can get this 1 ball down, if he can see it, he can make some noise here and get a little bit closer. Mr. Kevin West. Oh, man.
Mm.
He ends up hanging up the one ball. And that's, you know, he hit center on the two ball. He was looking to come over to the other side of the rail. Play a two in the corner. He could have just drew back just a tiny bit. Played the two right by the three. And then started going that way, but to each their own. I mean, usually there's several different patterns that you can run to get out. He'll take a look to see if this four goes by the five. He'll just draw it back for the five. Yep. And he draws it back for the seven. Now he'll have to get creative. He's got an angle on the seven that he can go three rails if he wants.
You think you do you plan to roll past the 8 to play the 8 in the side pocket?
No, I don't. I do three rails coming in right just like you
here we
did.
go.
Yeah, because you come in that angle right there. So, like, you know, if you hit right before the pocket, you come into the perfect angle on the 8 ball. So now he's just got a little, you know, he could have stopped there. He plays it back to the rail, leaves himself an angle on the 9. And now literally he can just come, I mean, he can just cut it thin and come down and play the 9 on the side. You know, or he can really go anywhere with this ball. So it really all depends on how he wants to play. But he elects to let out his stroke there a little bit and go three rails. And Rick gives him that, so Kevin's going to be first to the hill. Kevin needs another good break here. You notice Kevin hitting a little outside English there on the cue ball as it comes into the rack. He does make a ball. Although it looked like a cut break almost. Only makes a 10, so that's going to spot. Kevin will continue to shoot.
Did I see you guys had hand sanitizer?
Mm-mm.
shot there by Kevin. Gotta be careful of 9-ball here if he wants to cut this 2 in. So he might even play this into the 9, get the 9 off the rail out of the way, play 3 up in the corner. He just misses the 9. That's okay too. Now he's got to draw back though for the 4. Oh,
Comes up a little short.
yeah, a little short.
Still doable, but a little tougher. Yeah, he hits it
Wow.
perfect.
Yeah, he even bumps the 7. Hey, he's shooting over the 6 here a little bit. But if he lost, he just puts a nice easy stroke on it. He'll be fine. He just needs to come up off the top rail. Make sure he's not on the rail. Yeah, that's fine. Now really it just matters of how you want to play this. He can draw this out. A little low spin. Just draw right out, back up into the middle or wherever he wants to go with it. Or he can go inside 3 rails, so that's the other option. So it really all depends on what the comfort level is on some of these players. And of course now he's got the right angle to come back into the 8. Man, he likes to flirt with those side pockets though. But, you know, look, he's almost got another good angle here. He can snap this back if he wants, or he can go forward. Yep, just like that. He did great where he just missed the 10. Kevin West gets it 7-3 over Rick Scarlatlo. So Rick will bounce.